Hello, Leo. This reading is for you. Okay, let's see here. Leo, 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 Leo. Leo, 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 Leo. Okay. I'm just gonna clear the energy really quick. Okay. So, when I was meditating and clearing the energy before starting this reading, I'm really seeing like running through a field, and it's like reminding me of the Little House on the Prairie, like a little cabin in the woods. Somebody going to a little cabin in the woods, somebody getting like secluded with nature, especially a forest. It's like you may be reminded of times when you were younger, as a child, when you would run and play in nature, like a field or a forest. Something about memories of those times coming to you, and also you like doing activities that are like in line with that. Maybe not the same thing, but it's like it gives you the same energy, the same feeling of that. Just like being free and being with nature, making that a part of like your day or something. Like thinking about changing your day or what you do every now and then, that is like has something to do with nature. Like something like that is a good idea if that's something that has been on your mind. That's something that spirit wants to put in your mind. Okay, well, let's see. Okay, I have the Knight of Swords. You have the Emperor, the Two of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune. You feel like you're ready for something to start, but it feels like your destiny is blocked, or you're unsure of which move to make going forward because of some form of like communication. It can be, you could be waiting on a person to communicate with you with this King of Cups to reveal feelings that they have for you. But I feel like you think this person is all over the place. This person is not someone who is going to communicate feelings towards you because they have left you out in the cold in the past. And yeah, it's like this wandering energy instead of a commitment energy. So you're kind of like, you know, if you're going to try the same thing again with this King of Pentacles energy, King of Pentacles is not changing. They have the same approach. You know, you already know. King of Pentacles is the king that like they play a game of cards with everybody, and every time they do the same moves, so you know what they're gonna do before they do it. Everybody does, but they let them win because they're the king. But you're kind of like, I'm not just going to let you win because you're a king. Could be male or female, doesn't matter. There's a particular person, there's something that they get away with other people that they're not going to get away with you. And this could be a person coming in with something, somebody who has something to say to you, an apology. Did somebody get in the way of your destiny here, it feels like? I feel like you feel like somebody got in the way of your destiny, for sure. And you're kind of like, well, it doesn't matter if you get in the way of my destiny because I can heal myself. So I don't really like need you for that. But there's a little bit of looking back here, and then you have the Tower. So it's like, I feel like people from your past that, they weren't there for you, they left you like hanging here, you're going to see their crowns falling off. There's a lot of crowns here already, and there's a lot of crowns that are falling off. So it's kind of like, there is no one that can block your destiny with this Ace of Wands card here. And you have the Ace of Pentacles right after it. So Spirit wants you to know at this time that, there is nothing that can block your destiny. The person in the past that you feel like block your destiny, like, that's not, you kind of like, it feels like you let that go and you're kind of more like just like on to what's next. Like, I'm not really going to think about that anymore. But like particular people kind of keep trying to latch onto your energy. And I feel like they kind of want to offer something else to you here. But it's like you're manifesting from your own power and you're like moving forward. So you don't want anything from the past when you're manifesting. You're not like manifesting, no. It's like almost like you reached a place now where you're not manifesting from these places. You're not manifesting from here anymore. From devastation, from this went so wrong. You're kind of like, it's like you're not there. You're like good, Like, I'm good right now, everything I have. But I feel like there's something like that crosses your mind and you're like, oh, like I don't really need that, but I just want that. Yeah, I would like to manifest that next. And it's not coming from a place. Spirit didn't have to take you to this tower. Some people, they get comfortable where they're at and they don't want to expand. And so this is why the tower happens, because Spirit says, okay, you can't just not expand. That's what this universe is built on, that you are this universe. And so that's what you are built on. That's what you are. This never stopping. You're always changing, always growing. Even the most rigid, stubborn, stuck people that never do anything they do, they are still changing. It might be at a very slow rate, right? But it's like, so Spirit will come in with this tower because it's like, no, but you're not doing that. You're not, they're showing me like a rock in the rushing river, a rock that won't go. It's this, I'm stuck. And no matter how strong the river's current is, that rock is stuck. I feel like there's a person in your life that's like that. A lot of people from your past that are like that. And the reason these people needed to be cut out of your life was because they were like these rocks. And they were stuck. Could be 4 people, honestly. Main people. So, for a lot of you, it's parents. One of your parents. For a lot of you, it was the last serious person that you dated. Serious friendships. There's serious times in your life where you had to drop everything and start completely over. And it was because you didn't realize that you were picking up on this stagnant energy that is not you. That is not you. And you probably did it because it's something that you're used to from childhood, right? So, now you have some kind of clarity over some past occurrences, it feels like. So past occurrences that are coming into your mind, but you have clarity about that now. And there may be a Libra person that helped you gain some clarity, feels like a friend, or could be a relative, but it doesn't feel like a romantic interest. It feels like a Libra who's a romantic interest is an annoyance. There could be one that something could work out with, but it feels like the clarity you're getting is from a different kind of a Libra. It doesn't have to be, honestly. It could be a Pisces as well with this Page of Cups. I feel like also it's like an Aquarius person, air sign person, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. It's like what not to do. It's very easy to spot in other people what they got going on and how they're causing all these problems for their life. It's very, it can be very difficult. So with other people, I just feel like, especially with air signs, you can really see the pattern of what they're doing and then what they're getting as a result. And Spirit wants you to know that that is happening, that is coming to your mind for a reason. And it's not a reason of a bad thing. It's a reason of a good thing, because Spirit, you can see what other people are doing and you can see how they could change it. And Spirit then wants you to drop it. And can you apply that to your own life? If there's something that you're thinking about that is not serving you, you don't want that thing that you're thinking to manifest, don't think about it. So it's like there's a point, but now there's a point to changing that. You know, with this, you have the Sun here and the 4th. Yeah, there's a point of this change of what you are replaying in your mind here with the 7 of Cups. Spirit wants you to rethink what it is that you're playing in your mind. What are you thinking about? Because what you're thinking about in your mind here, these disappointments, what you're imagining here, it's basically like you asking the universe to give that to you. And you have the Ace of Swords. So it's like, you know, you're manifesting at a really great rate right now. And Spirit wants you to know that moving forward. And it doesn't feel like you are with this Moon card. It feels like, you know, you've been stuck. You've been stuck since Gemini season. You've been stuck maybe this whole year. Yeah, look at. So the Hermit is Virgo. We're about to go into Virgo season. So since last Virgo season, have you been stuck? There was a realization about a partnership that just wasn't, and you know, something new. It was like this idea of being single and branching out on your own and creating something that you had a year ago. And you put action towards it last Virgo season for a lot of you. And it's like, okay, when is this going to happen already? It's coming now. It's coming now with this Empress card because there's a lot of burdens that you had to put down from other people that were getting in your way. For a lot of you, the person that you're talking to, you left someone who was breadcrumbing you. If you didn't leave someone who's breadcrumbing you, ask yourself, is the person you're with right now breadcrumbing you? Right? A lot of you left a situation of breadcrumbing that was never going to build to something. It was never going to be something. And you know that. And since then, it feels like nothing, either you just met a new person that's really great. You have several prospects, and it's like, what is going to happen with this? Is anybody going to make a move? Do I need to, like, a lot of you I feel like are questioning, do I need to move? Do I need to move? Do I need to move? What do I need to do here? Because for a lot of you, things have not been right since Pisces season, really, with this High Priestess. And you kind of thought by now something would have happened. And it was never the offer that you really wanted. But you put all of this energy into yourself. And you really figured out a great mystery of your soul here with this. I feel like for a lot of you, you have a person that's been in their head from the day that they laid eyes on you, about you, and they don't know what to do going forward to start this. They don't know, but they know that it's going to go pretty big, pretty quick. It's going to go from a new beginning to it's everything. It's like a quick fast forward here with this person. For some of you, you know, you don't know who it is, but you already know who they are. For most of you, you already know who they are with this Queen of Pentacles is really what I'm getting. If you have a particular person on your mind, you're waiting for communication. The Fool. Could be an Aries. Look at this Empress. You have a lot of 3 energy here. For some of you, angel number 333 would be something for you to look up. You have the 3 of Pentacles with the 8 of Cups and the Fool. Empress at the bottom of the deck. There's a new adventure that you're working on. There is something that you wanted to come together that you left it and now you're headed in the direction of it again. There is something that you're leaving behind and you're changing direction in. There's something that you have been doing that you're going to be doing it a different way. And there's some sort of a spark or an idea that you have of how to do things in a different, original, unique way that only you know about. Okay? There could be some knowledge that you gain from other people, and then you decide to move forward into this direction here. There's something that you may have to leave behind and you already know this. But it's like, oh, like what's all the point of all of this that I did? It's kind of like the Fool climbed up the top of this mountain, right? And then now the Eight of Cups person is like, well, there's only 8 cups up here on this mountain. I want 10 cups. I deserve 10 cups. I'm not going to sit around here and wait a lengthy amount of time for this 8 of Cups to be so draining and depleting that the universe has to send me a tower to get me out of here. No, I'm just going to say, this isn't it, and keep it moving. You know what I mean? Like, there's something energy about that. Like, there's reassessing energy that you have at this time with this Two of Wands. You're rethinking things, and you're getting sparks of ideas to change things around. And Spirit is like, yeah, keep doing that. Because these little adjustments that you're doing and these little things, don't worry about what you have put in this direction. The Fool's sitting here and worrying about, well, I climbed all the way up this mountain only to realize that 8 cups were only up here. And then I had to climb all the way back down. But you don't know. The Fool doesn't realize what they learned here. Because in this Three of Pentacles card, these people are collabing together and they are building something together. And when you collaborate with other people here, they bring something to the table, you bring something to the table, they bring something to the table, you see things in a different way. The way this person does this, the way this person executes this can inspire you in a different way. So there is something to be said about either working with other people, or you sharing your ideas with other people, or you just taking some time out to just go on an adventure and do what you feel called to do, because I feel like you're going to be inspired. And you can be inspired, just you go to a restaurant and you see what people are wearing and that inspires you. You could just look at a painting on the wall that inspires you. You could just see a beautiful day and it reminds you of this memory when you were 5 years old, and that idea inspires you. You know what I mean? But you wouldn't have had that if you wouldn't have climbed up this freaking mountain following your joy and bliss, right? Because they have the rose here, which represents the sweetness of life. So he's just like, I feel like going up this mountain. And so he does. That's it. It's not this a big elaborate thing. It's kind of like, basically just, follow your joy. Trust that it's all going to work out. Believe that you're worthy of your dreams. And don't settle for less. That's it. And it's like that very quickly leads to major success here. So, but there's always going to be this state of reassessment, always. So I feel like there's a little piece of you that's like, okay, now I want this and I don't really need it. For some of you, it has to do with moving. It doesn't have to. Could be moving, but it's just like, I want this now. And, I don't really need it. I don't really have to have it, but I want it. And I think it could be really good. There's something that Spirit is preparing you for. It's going to be really good for you. Some people, you just feel compelled to, I think I should buy a new car. I don't really need a new car. There's nothing wrong with my car now, but I don't know. I just really want a new car. And every time someone's car breaks down, do you know what they say to themselves? I wish I just bought a new car. I wish I just knew that I should buy a new car before there was anything wrong with it. I don't want to wait till there's something wrong and it's breaking down and I have all these problems that I have to solve. And then I have to figure out how to get a new car. Like, I just kind of feel like getting a new car, so I think I should get a new car. So I'm going to, look it up and, well, this looks like a really good deal. Well, maybe it is a really good deal. And, maybe that's because you're a vibrational match to a better car. You don't need a reason that you deserve it or that you have to have it. You know what I mean? There's something here about you being more responsible. I'm not saying that you should just buy a new car and blow all your money and not, but there is something here about this is something that you could afford. This is something that would be better for your future, right? This is something that would be better for you in general. And if you're able to do it, then why not do it? Because who knows what's preparing you for down the road. I kind of feel like for some of you, it's like you're getting a better car because you're going to meet a really great person. And maybe you're going to marry this person, have a bunch of kids, and you're going to need a car to drive them all around in. It doesn't have to be that specific example because, like, if you don't want to get married and you don't want to have a bunch of kids, well, maybe that's not the reason. It's something else. That's just a reason that popped into my head. But there's something here about preparing for a victory that you don't even know you're fighting a battle for that. You don't even know you're coming to that point. So it's like people putting you in place, maybe you're being called to just buy nicer clothes. And then who knows, all of a sudden you're going to get an amazing job offer. And it's going to be like, wow, I'm really glad that I bought everything that I needed to be able to just go and do this or something. Like there is something here about a transition that is your destiny that is going to come suddenly here. And it just feels like you're not going to have time. So Spirit doesn't want you to block this energy with the Emperor. Spirit doesn't want you to block that. The Emperor has nice things. And it's like you're reaching a vibrational point where you're getting higher. So you deserve nice things. And you don't really need to justify that or whatever it is. Having more space or having nicer things or being able to go and enjoy this and do this trip or something like that. There is some way where you have had a mentality of lack that you didn't really recognize, that you are now beginning to recognize. And Spirit wants you to push through that and move forward, right? With this Chariot card here. Because there is something here about if a romantic situation came together earlier with this Emperor and Empress, it wouldn't have worked out because both of you are meant to be at this higher vibration. But if you're out here living like a peasant when you're supposed to be an Emperor and Empress, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. So that's why this destined time has taken place, because you and your person, for one of you, it may have been more of an emotional journey. Could be both of you, actually. And for one of you, it was more vibration, material journey, gaining more materials. Both of you could be the same thing. But there's something here about, this Emperor is being blocked. It's being blocked, and the only thing that can move through, because the Chariot has no blocks. No blocks. But the Chariot, you're just going. You get money, you spend a little here, you spend a little. There is no worry because you just trust that it is coming. And so you're keeping this flow open, and you're creating and you're trusting in the unknown here because this person is going into the unknown. They're leaving the city behind that they know so well, but they are balanced in themselves. And so they're just going forward. It's kind of like reminding me of a person who, is blind and they live in the woods by themselves and they're just running through the woods and they're not hitting any trees. And it's like, what? They're just so connected to the forest, to the trees, to everything that they just know and they just trust it and they go. It's like, what is this, Shannara Chronicles? This is what it is like. Shannara Chronicles. In the beginning of the Shannara Chronicles, I don't even know if it's streaming on anything anymore, but it's like there's elves, there's wizard people, I don't know, there's stones, I forgot the plot, but there's all these elf people, and basically they have to blindfold them and tie up their hands, and they have to run through the woods and jump over like creeks and stuff, and they can't see, they can't they're just going. And whoever gets there first is like the chosen one or something. I don't know. It's like, we're going to celebrate and, So they just know that this is kind of like the energy here. You have. You're just, like, spirit is like, you're blindfolded and you have to run through the woods. So you basically just kind of have to go for it and trust yourself. And spirit is saying, like, you're ready for this. And this is how you're manifesting at this time at such a quick rate. Things are happening and things are coming to you. And that is what is going to push through with this emperor, where this person is going to come to you. And you're going to be like just drawn to each other here. And it's not really who's going to make the first move, I don't know. But it's like definitely something where it's like, yeah, you know about this. And you know about other people too. But there's a particular person that there's just something. There's signs and synchronicities on your path that spirit is going to give you about this particular person. And 3 could have to do with it. Being blindfolded could have to do with it. You watch a movie and somebody's blindfolded, you know. But there's something on your path where you have new love and new abundance coming in that's really beautiful for you, that you really, really deserve here. So really, it's not a block. It's just that you're raising to such a high vibration that you have to maintain it. You have to keep going. You're so close now. And spirit wants you to keep going. So it's like this is going to happen at divine timing. And this is going to you and this person are coming together. Destiny. There is nothing that can end this. There is nothing that can, because you reached something here. Because it feels like you came here to do so many things, and you did a lot of them. Spiritually, like, you broke things with people, with karma. You broke a lot of karma things with people that needed to be cleared up here. And you did some things that feels like broke up some things that were not even yours to break up. A lot of you broke generational curses or something like that. If you look back on, your parents' lives and lives before them, there's a main theme there. That everybody fell into this pattern, and you fell into it, but you got out. And now it's not a thing in your, like, future races, generations will be born that won't have that. That's cleared. You cleared something. You got a big karma thing coming. But here's the thing. You have to stay in alignment with it to receive it. It's kind of like, you could like, I don't know, become a queen, but if you just give all of the money away and you move to a country where you're not the queen, you can't do that. You have to, go there and be the queen. You have to, there's something here. You're going to celebrate something with some people. Could be some air signs. Doesn't have to be a particular air sign. Some people are stuck on a karmic wheel here. And there's going to be an opportunity for you to hop back on with them, but I feel like you're not going to do it. You're just too happy in your life right now. And if other people are not going to be happy, if they're going to be caught in their disappointments, I feel like you're thinking a little bit too much about other people's lives to save them. And when that happens, Spirit wants you to say, I'm going to think about myself. I'm going to go in a direction that's going to benefit me. Because thinking about things to help and just, there's a lot going on in the world where people want to save other people. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. I'm just saying you can only save so many people. And you can only save people that want to be saved and are willing to lift up their body weight as well. You know what I mean? You can't pull someone who has the same body weight as you out of a hole in the ground. They have to hold on to the rope. They have to try to pull their body up as well. And if they're not willing to do those things, you can try to motivate them, but if they're not pulling themselves out, they're not. And eventually you're going to be so exhausted, they're going to drag you into that hole. And you climbed out already. So it feels like it's very tempting, but you're not going to fall back because it's not your destiny. So, yeah. It's just things are going to come in a little quicker. It feels like if you just keep moving forward, as far as if you catch yourself thinking about things with people and what you could do differently or what they could do differently. And it's like you're putting too much of time into that. And Spirit is like, hello, your ships have arrived. Like go on those ships. Like leave this, like enough now. Enough now, 10 of Swords. Because, you're taking this new opportunity, you're going to take it. You're going to take it. But it's kind of like very tempting to think back to your own weaknesses, other people's weaknesses, things that have gone wrong. It's like those things kind of keep popping in your head as a temptation. But I see you turning it down and going towards this new approach of my life is amazing and there's nothing that I cannot do, be or do or have. And I'm co-creating with the universe here. Like, ooh, universe, my spirits, my angels, my ancestors, they have my back. And I know the signs that they're telling me. And I'm trusting in this. So I know it's going to come. That's it. Just going to, day by day, live in my joy. I know it's coming. And right now, I'm so thankful just to be alive right now. There's a lot of burdens that you put down. And with that is coming some communication here. There's things that you know about people. Some of you, it's like some things about people before they know it about themselves, before other people know it. You already know, oh gosh, this person, they're going downhill. You cannot help them. There's nothing you can do. This is going to get worse. These choices that they're making, this is happening. It's like a lot of you could be getting like snippets of the future with people and the choices that they're making, the vibration that they're at. You can feel it instantly. Where are they at? Where is this person at? Where is that person at? This is not serving them. This is not serving that person. But there's an energy of having to hold back and not say anything because it's like you've been privy to this new amount of information here. You're manifesting a person to come and kind of reawaken your love life, your belief in love, your belief in that someone can really see you. You're going to manifest this. This is happening. There's no questions about this. Yes. So when you get this information about people that are on this path, people who are boulders in the rushing river, right? You don't want to be this boulder stuck in this river, This person here that is stealing, they're stealing because they think there is no other way. That's the only way, right? They really just want to go out here and, steal from people. Anyone who's doing anything, they think their life is going to be somehow better from doing that. That's it. These people holding back, building up walls, You know this, you can see this. So it's like, okay, you gather this information, but then you just kind of push it to the side, right? Because you're not manifesting with that information. You're not. No. There's a reason why you're getting this information and stuff. It's because you are a person who is like, you're not the one down there pulling people out of holes that are stuck in these holes. No. You're a person who made it out and made it somewhere amazing to the top of a tower and they can see the light shining. That's you. This is your light. And this gives the people a reason down in these holes to look up and to say, oh yeah, I know this person was down in this hole with me. And now look at them all the way up there. So maybe I can do it too. And that's going to give them this inspiration to climb out. But you keep trying to go down to where the holes are to pull people out. They don't have a reason to look up. What's the point? You're just standing outside of a hole up there. Big deal. I'd rather stay down here. I have some things down here. I know what it's like down here, But when you're all the way up there on this beautiful tower shining your light, now they have a reason. Because there are things that can be, you know what I'm saying? So there is a change. You made a huge change. And now you have to like believe that you are this change. You know? It's very beautiful. And you have a love that is coming in that sees this about you. But it's like, you know, you don't 100% believe it yet. But it's here. It's you. You already did it. You did everything. You don't have to do anything else. You know what I mean? You just have to believe it a little bit longer. Because the longer that you think about something and feel it and live it, the more you believe it than it is. It's just fact, right? So it's like almost to that stage, but it's not there yet. So this love is coming in. Wow. What a freaking... It's like you're going to do something really amazing, a lot of you. That you're going to change a lot of lives, that you're going to make a lot of money doing this, a lot of abundance, a lot of dreams being fulfilled. And you almost are like, but what about all those people down there in the holes? I want to help them get out. Don't you see that by you doing this, you are helping them get out? Because you're giving them a reason to think the way you are thinking. You know? You can't be out there dressed like a peasant. Like, come on, there's a better life for us out here. Let's go do this. I'm living that better life right now. And they're looking at you like, what are you talking about? You're starving and you're like dirty and you work every day just like me. You're miserable. What are you talking about? But you're out there and you're living this lavish, amazing life, glowing so happy. Then you say this to these people. They will believe it, right? Now this will give them the light bulb moment they need to move forward, to push forward. So, in a lot of movies, they love to dress up, you know, people in the other, you know, peasants' clothing, and this is like supposed to be so honorable and all this. But really, in this world, you can't downplay, dim your own light for others. It doesn't work that way. And that's what Spirit wants you to see. Okay, let's see more about this person coming. 3 of Cups, 2 of Cups, Ace of Swords. Be out somewhere with other people. Someone's going to invite you somewhere. And that's when you're going to get this communication from this person. Communication, you're going to meet someone, you're going to run into someone, you're going to get some sort of a communication from someone when you're out celebrating something else about them wanting this partnership, taking this friendship that you have to a different level. This is going to begin this communication. Why? Because they see that you're the Empress. They tried. They really tried to walk away. But they can't do it. They can't do it. It's consuming their thoughts. It's consuming them. Doesn't matter how terrified they are. They can't walk away from this situation. Okay, let's see more about this person. Could be a Taurus. Could be a Leo, Aries, Sag. Doesn't have to be 5 of Wands. So it's like, this is a person who has been through it in their life. They've had a lot of struggle in their life. May is what? May is Taurus. Aries, is it Gemini and Taurus? I can never think of just the month, and there's certain zodiac signs that, I don't know, I'm drawing a blank. Okay, you have the Hierophant here. This could be a Taurus. Doesn't have to be. Doesn't have to be. You could have had something with this person during Taurus season. During May, you thought something was going to happen with this person. Nothing happened. March, maybe. There's something about 3. 3 is standing out to me so much. Okay, Ace of Wands. So it was like there was needed some time to take place because of something it feels like you had to do. You had to do. It's like you're doing something really big here that you're creating, that you're like communicating to the world. A lot of you has to do with communication. You're telling people some stuff and it's coming from your freaking heart, man. and you really needed to believe in this vision. You're the one making this happen, making this not happen. The whole thing is you. You're doing this. You're the more powerful one in this connection. And this person, it's like they looked like they were coming in towards you, and then they got scared, they backed away, but that was supposed to happen. So, because honestly, they weren't even supposed to start to come towards you, but this person, it feels like they couldn't help it, but Spirit was like, timing is not right, because Leo needs to do this. There's something that you're trying to create, craft, whatever it is that you're doing, it's very important for you, it's very important for the world. Spirit is like, this needs to happen. So hold it, okay? There was a little bit of heartache, it feels like, on your part, on their part, both parts, because you really thought that this person saw who you were with this Emperor and the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is you. So you thought this Emperor saw you. Oh, they see you. They see you as their Empress. They really, really do. And they were holding back, but they didn't really get too far with this Page of Swords. They want to offer you this because they know that this could be everything here. And they're really trying to manifest this. This could be an Aries person as well. Okay. It's coming. They need a little bit of time, okay? They need a little bit of time. But it's like this communication is coming in. Five of Cups. Could be a Cancer or a Capricorn here. They had some disappointment. They had some disappointment that they were handling in toxic ways, it feels like. And so the spirit blocked you from that as well. Because this person was refusing to heal something. But now they have this clarity and they're like, okay, now I want to decide I want to come charging forward here in this new direction. With you here, you have the Ace of Pentacles, so it's like, they had to make some financial decisions perhaps as well, or some changes in some things that they were doing financially. Yeah, there's a transition here. They may have even had somebody close to them pass away. They had to deal with some things, or some things from somebody that passed a while ago. Just some communication that transformed them for quite some time. Something ending that they had to deal with. They didn't know how to deal with it properly, so they're learning how to deal with it. This person could have been married before. They thought that they were going to marry someone and it didn't work out. It could really be Cancer or Pisces, Scorpios here. It doesn't have to be, but they really thought something was going to work out. It didn't work out. So then they were like all over the place and they weren't really happy like that. But then it's like destiny. And when is destiny coming in Virgo season? I'm telling you, could be a Virgo, but also could be Virgo season. Destiny, when is timing? It's Virgo season. Look at this. Okay. Look at this Ace of Pentacles again. I feel like your money is going to get a lot better right around the time when this person strolls in as well. But this person, it feels like, they have their stuff together in the same way. Like financially, they got their stuff together just like you do. So like, it's not going to be a person that has less money than you that you have to take care of. That's done with. You learned your lesson with that. You learned your lesson with that. And really, what was the lesson? The lesson was you need to believe that you are worthy, because you are worthy. So you were not believing that you are worthy of more. So that's why you were attracting somebody less, somebody with a mentality of lack. Okay. But you had something happen to you karmically when you were younger. A lot of people around you, they believed in this manner, blah, 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 blah. And so then, now this is coming through. Okay. This justice is coming through. You balance within yourself that. They balanced themselves that too, because they thought that maybe they weren't worthy of this emotional support, of this emotional balance. But now you're worthy of it, they're worthy of it, both of you see that. And now this can come together and this can be something. For some of you, they have children as well. For some of you, they want to travel with you. They want someone to travel with. You've heard about them going on trips. You know this about this person, and you have been picturing yourself doing this with this person. Let's get a charm. Okay, wow. have a horse running. Okay. I don't even know. Okay, you're just gonna have to believe me. That was a horse running. Reminding me of Bad Bunny's video, Where She Goes. Okay. It's kind of like, you know, in the music video, they see looking at each other across the fire and they're like, yeah, I don't care. I'm over here with this other person, but they're eyeing you. You know what I mean? I feel like this person has been trying to act like, yeah, no. They tried to like deny this connection because it felt too intense, but they're looking over at you. That Page of Swords card. Really, really they are. And now they're kind of getting to a point where no, okay, where she goes, I go. They can't help it. Male or female doesn't matter, but there is something here. You know, those wild horses that were running. It was like setting somebody free. When you set someone free and you let them do whatever it is that they want, then you see what it is that they want to do, you know? And so I feel like both of you kind of stood off from each other, but really you're seeing that what you want is to come together. And both of you have just been too afraid to do it. There's something here to do about that. Okay? You also have the hummingbird. Hummingbird represents new beginnings. A beautiful new beginning. It also represents enlightenment. Okay? And to take things very lightheartedly. Okay? The hummingbird's heart is like, I don't know, beats like a crazy amount of time. So it's like reminding you that like all these things are possible in love, you know. So there is nothing that is impossible in love. So maybe some of you feel like this person, there's no way it's impossible if you have feelings for them. The hummingbird wants you to know it's possible. Oh yeah, it's possible. You also have the angel wing. So you may see a feather, you may see angels, you may see wings. Spirit is wanting you to know that you're on the right path and to keep moving forward, okay? These horses, they go where they want to go. Full force, full energy. Because they can always turn around and go back, right? So if you feel this passion to go for something, Spirit wants you to just go for it. Because you can always start again. You can always go back to things before. And you think that you can't, but you can. So, thank you so much. And I hope I see you next time.